And it's normally a time for reflection and love. But one funeral home worker didn't get the memo. In what is being described as heartless and callous, an employee has been caught on video interrupting a service and rudely ordering mourners to separate their chairs. Have a look at this.
It's my privilege to have been asked to conduct our service today to celebrate the life of Alan Wright. I therefore offer you all a very warm welcome as we unite in love and friendship to...
You have to put the chairs back, I'm afraid. You can't move the chairs to yourself.
Well, the man who moved his chair was trying to comfort his mother, and he said that he's heartbroken. Ben, social distancing is still very important, especially for older people. Wasn't the worker just doing his job?
Yeah, I think look, it's a really confronting situation because, of course, we feel the empathy of that mother sitting, and we know that the instant reaction is to go and comfort her. And I will say, I have lost a parent, and I can honestly tell you that in that moment, all rules and regulations kind of get thrown out of the window because you aren't necessarily thinking about what's right and wrong. So I think this guy was doing the right thing by jumping in and saying, hang on a sec, guys, this is, you can't do this, but it feels inhumane to watch, doesn't it?
Robert, the description of this guy, I think, has been completely unfair. He didn't come in ranting. He, let's be honest, if that footage gets out and he is then accused of not social distancing, he could lose his license and, face a lot of problems, that company. He walked in and said, no, sorry, we can't do this. I don't think the guy did anything wrong.
Yeah, he did, Robert. It's the way he did it. It was callous, it was heartless, and it was absolutely awful. When you work in that industry...
Did we watch the same footage?
Yeah, we certainly did.
Did you?
And I'm hoping.
Did you watch an episode of Game of Thrones just when that footage played, or what happened? I don't know.
Well, I'm certainly
obviously
hoping that
watched
when
the different thing to us.
gets here, you'll ask for a heart because he walks in there. He doesn't say excuse me. He's quite rude. You know what you do in that situation, Rob? You kind of walk up to the man on the side and just do a light tap, and you just say just a whisper, or you say excuse me to the person who's running the, or just do it quietly. You don't need to go. Sorry, I'm afraid you can't do that.
Okay,
You've got to keep your
I
chairs
think
mixed
you
up.
have seen this completely. Amanda, can we go to the videotape again, please?
Roll film.
Matter, it's a funeral.
Privilege to have been asked to conduct our service today to celebrate the life of Alan Wright. I therefore offer you all a very warm welcome as we unite in love and friendship to...
You have to put the chairs back, I'm afraid. You can't move the chairs to yourself.
No, there's a better way
He said,
to do
you have
this.
to move the chairs back, I'm afraid.
There's a better
This is
way.
what's wrong with people these days. Sorry, can I just
There's a better way
say...
to do it.
No, Robbo, this is what's wrong with people these days. Look, at the end of the day, the man's doing his job, and you jump in and are like, "Oh no, he should have whispered it. He should have whispered at the time. He should have crept over. He should have done this."
Ladies
The man
and
was doing his
gentlemen,
job.
you can't be doing that, I'm afraid. Please move your chairs.
That could
You're
be
both
his
so-
nature. That could be the
hold on.
way
No,
that he
no.
is.
You are both absolutely being heartless as well. There is a way to do this. That woman needs consoling. So you both just said at the beginning of this segment, it's people need to be consoled and regulations thrown at window. You
Yes,
said that, Ben.
we
Now all of a
understand
sudden-
that.
Now we're all of a sudden we're not being. We don't need to be sensitive anymore because he's got a job to do.
But there are
So
rules
there's no
and
reason for there to be.
regulations
sensitive.
Your
about
take
how-
on
Okay,
sensitivity.
Let's go
There
back
is
where
a
we can't have
way to
funerals,
do
or
it.
only one person can go. The fact is, these are the laws and rules you have to obey to have a funeral. That's not being
I
heartless.
understand
That's keeping that woman alive.
There's
What
a
if she gets
better
COVID
way
and dies?
of doing it. There is a better
guys.
way of doing it. You're in the middle of a funeral service. She is clearly upset. You just go. There's a better way of doing it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do it. I'm just saying there is a much better way of doing it when you're saying goodbye to your husband and the sons are saying goodbye to their father. There's a better way of doing it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do it. I understand social distancing. I just want a little bit of sensitivity in it. That's all. And I don't think that that's that heartless.
I don't think he was as rude as you say. Ben, I'll give you the final word.
Oh, sorry, I was putting my hand up like I was at school because I just was like, I didn't want to get in trouble. But I just was going to say, Robert, I think that interesting you use the Wizard of Oz terminology, because I think you're living in a fantasy world where you want to control the narrative on other people. And just the way you were watching that situation and the way you saw it and the way you wanted him to speak differently, at the end of the day, we didn't see his face either. He probably, that's his job. He works there. He was trying to do the right thing.
Are you suggesting that I don't give my opinion on the opinion-based show? Because that was my opinion. My opinion is he did it wrong.
In defence of
You
Robert,
Dorothy,
I'm
click your
literally
heels
here.
together. You're being
I'm
too
trying to work
sensitive
out
today.
Ben's train of thought there, and I'm finding 3 different tangents.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you did there, Ben.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.